How's it going, everyone? This is Michael Soudebov from rightcondos.com, and I'm here today to give you 1.2 million reasons to continue investing in the Canadian real estate market. That's right, I just said 1.2 million, and the reason why I'm giving you this number is because as of October the 30th, the Canadian government has revised their immigration numbers and have increased their immigration targets to just over 400,000 new residents per year over the next 3 years, which means that we're going to be looking at over 1.2 million newcomers to Canada. Now, obviously, such a large number and such a big headline made me take a deeper look at our Canadian immigration policies and how they might affect our real estate market. So, in 2020, so this year alone, which has obviously been a rather challenging one, we are hitting just about half of our immigration target. So the magical number is 340,000 new permanent residents. We are just at about 170K, which is the reason why the government, of course, is increasing these targets to 400,000 every year. So to make up for the deficit and, of course, to boost the economy. So when I hear these numbers and I hear 400K a year, I wonder where these individuals choose to settle. Right away, when you think of coming to Canada, you think Toronto and Vancouver. And to my surprise, Toronto actually happens to see the largest number of new migrants out of any city in Canada, 3 times more than Vancouver does. As of last year, as of 2019, 130,000 people made Toronto their home. So this means that over the next 3 years, we can expect to see 500,000 people make Toronto, so just the city of Toronto, their home. So that is a staggering number to me. Now, if we look at Ontario as a whole, approximately 45% of new immigrants choose to settle in Ontario. So that's going to be pretty much half, so 200K per year. So net migration accounts for approximately 80% of Canadian population growth. 20% would come from natural means, so childbirth, for example. But migration obviously makes the massive and the largest component of it. Another interesting fact worth mentioning is that 75% of new immigrants, newcomers to Canada, actually come with enough savings to purchase a home. So needless to say, this means it's going to boost the housing market dramatically. Now, obviously all of us realize, well, at least I do, that nearly a quarter of Canadian GDP is comprised of real estate and associated industries. So this means that the Canadian government understands the importance of the housing market and how it affects our economy as a whole. There's been a number of policies that have been brought in this year by Canadian government to stimulate the economy and specifically the housing market, such as dropping the interest rates, providing individuals who need it with a mortgage deferral, CERB, and many other policies. Considering Canada consistently tops the polls as one of the top countries to migrate to, remains at the top of the list in the quality of life, healthcare, how welcoming the country is to new immigrants, our economy as a whole, the Toronto-Waterloo corridor also makes Ontario the largest tech hub in North America, with very high average salaries. Needless to say, all of these factors will continue to drive immigration to Canada over the coming years. If you educate yourself and pay attention to the statistics, you will realize that the future is incredibly bright for Canada and Canadian real estate.